graduation today from UMBC. Emmy's graduation today.
No, it's alive. What's alive? My.
Everybody ready?
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Everyone ready for the graduation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Smith, President of the Faculty Senate, and Associate Professor and Graduate Program Director of English. The Grand Marshal carries the University Mace, a symbol of presidential authority. Used only on formal academic occasions, UMBC's Mace was commissioned by the Alumni Association for UMBC's 20th anniversary in 1986. She is joined by Staff Marshal Mr. Damian Doyle, the 2021 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Professional Staff, and Deputy CIO and Senior Associate Vice President of Information Technology. And Ms. Teresa White, the 2021 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Non-Exempt Staff, and Executive Administrative Assistant for Academic and Pre-Professional Advising in the Registrar's Office. The faculty, staff, and students marshals are carrying batons that the UMBC Alumni Association gave to the university in honor of our 40th anniversary in 2006.
ensembles on campus and is an entrepreneurship intern in UMBC's Shattuck program. After graduation, she plans to turn this into a full-time role at the music management and promotional company, A Break Music. Erica is honored to represent the music department today. Please remove your hats or caps during the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Everyone, do what you're doing right now. It is with mixed emotions that we celebrate Dr. Rubowski's final commencement as UMBC's president after 30 years in this role. Dr. Rubowski has brought tremendous energy, vision, and leadership to this institution. He has guided us through great successes and times of great challenge, always reminding us that success is never final. He has empowered us to live out UMBC's commitment to inclusive excellence every day. He has helped connect the university with alumni, friends, companies, foundations, and agencies that have brought new resources to build and sustain distinctive programs in undergraduate education, graduate education, and research and creative achievement. Dr. Rubowski.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. Thank you very much. More than 30 years ago, a great poet, the late Maya Angelou, looked into the face of America and said, "Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, take it, this dream, into the palms of your hands. Mold it into the image of your most public self. Sculpt it into the shape of your most private need. Here on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face and say simply, very simply with hope, good afternoon. Good afternoon to the class of 2022. Good afternoon. I'm delighted to welcome all of you here. And before we start the actual part of the ceremony, I want us to take a moment of silence, because all of you know that even when we celebrate your achievements, we must not forget all those people who are grieving around the world for so many reasons. And most recently, the babies, the little children who were killed just 2 days ago. To take a moment to feel for those families and for all the families of people killed every day in our country because of gun violence. We are an amazing country, but we know we can be better. It is the human experience. So a moment to think about the hope that comes from you, the next generation, who will help us in solving the problems of humankind. A moment of silence. How exciting it is to be in this facility. The last time Regent Gill was in our graduation, I was hoping for a facility like this. But we got this. So those of you who know UMBC from the years back, this is a big deal. Give the hall, Chesapeake Hall, a round of applause. In addition to this afternoon ceremony, we held undergrad commencement this morning for students in the arts, humanities, and social sciences, and yesterday, graduate students who were receiving doctoral and master's degrees. This dignified ceremony is special to all of us. We want to have a good time. We do it within this room in a way that is dignified, but have fun, families. We know that you have come a long way, as have your family members. This is a dream come true for you, but many of your parents can remember when they took you to school for the first grade. Families can remember when you were born, in so many cases. And now here you are, just a few blinks away, graduating from college, and others who come back to college. It is all very, very special. I want you for a moment to think about the important role that families play in our lives. And I'm going to ask all the family members, you all to stand this time and let your graduates applaud you, because you all paid the bills. So all the families stand up. All the families, family. All the UMBC faculty and staff, please stand. Give them a round of applause. Great. The graduates who are wearing red cords. If you're wearing a red cord, please stand. Who has red cords? One person knew they weren't quite telling the truth. They felt a little embarrassed right there. But no, if you graduated today, you're good. We know that because you are a UMBC student. There are people at home who are either in the graduating class or family members. Let's give a round of applause for everybody who's watching. Now I'd like to acknowledge all of my colleagues, people on the platform, fellow campus leaders, including vice presidents and deans, vice provosts, members of the President's Council, presidents of the campus senates, the presidential delighted to introduce someone who was on the Board of Regents before, is a businessman, has been Secretary of Economic Development more than once. Very impressive. Would you please welcome to the stand Mr. Michael Gill. Regent Gill.
And I stood up when he said who had a 4-0. And then Provost Sousa reminded me that a 2-0 each semester was not the equivalent of a 4-0. So I quickly sat back down again. But good afternoon to all of you. Congratulations to the UMBC class of 2022. I bring greetings from the Board of Regents and the University System of Maryland. This is really, on so many levels, a special day. And in many ways, today we're really celebrating two commencements. You know, all of you. Most of you graduated in 4 years. And then the second commencement is my buddy Freeman. Now, it took him 31 years to finish his work. But he completed his requirements as well, so that's why he's allowed to be part of this today. And some of you have already heard about the exciting news that yesterday was announced. Today, the world found out about it. The Howard Hughes Medical Institute, one of the most important organizations in our country, if not the world, they announced a $1.5 billion scholarship fund. $1 billion is to fund up to 150 early stage, early career scientists in a significant way. And the coolest thing about this announcement is it's going to be called the Freeman Rubowski Scholars Program. He just keeps racking them up, doesn't he? You know, 16 years ago, as Dr. Rubowski mentioned, 16 years ago, he and I shared the stage over at the RAC, and then here I get the opportunity to be part of this again, and to be part of Freeman's last graduation, which, if we start thinking about it, we can actually get a little bit emotional. But it's really a wonderful thing. Wonderful. It's a new beginning. Graduates, as I was thinking about making a few remarks today, great achievement is always a team sport. And as Freeman pointed out, there's the team, your family, your friends, those who love you, those that care about you. Those that, if not for them, I'm not really sure where many of us would be. So don't forget, when this is all over this evening and we celebrate, hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them, because it's a team sport and you won the championship. So congratulations for that. I've known Freeman for a long, long time, and I know that since the day he arrived on this campus, and certainly the day that he became president in 1992, became the president of UMBC, his vision and mission has not changed. It hasn't changed one moment. Be the greatest university we could possibly be and attract the best students. Doc, mission accomplished. Fabulous. Of course, I had to pull out a little quick essay. I'm a Ralph Waldo Emerson fan. And I was thinking about something, and I got lucky. I Googled, and the first time there, I went, darn, that's the one I want. And here's what it said. To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that even one life has been made better because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Freeman, thank you for your inspired leadership, and to the class of 2022, congratulations. Have an incredible summer, and just remember, the best is yet to come. Go Retrievers!
Thank you, Mr. Gill. I'm now pleased to introduce our Provost and Senior Vice President, Dr. Phillip, who joined us in 1990. As a former Dean of Natural and Mathematical Sciences and Professor of Physics, Dr. Rubowski has that special accent. You'll know what I mean in a minute.
Well, goodness, now I'm feeling real pressure. I hope you will forgive me a moment of personal privilege, but I did want to say this. On behalf of the entire UMBC community, our faculty, staff, and students, and the tens of thousands of graduates who've passed on this stage in front of you, Freeman, we all want to say thank you. So on behalf of the scholarly community we call our UMBC, I want to extend my congratulations to all of you. Of course, we had very high expectations when we welcomed you as a member of the UMBC community. And those expectations were based on your promise as scholars. Today, we celebrate your fulfillment of that promise. You will join the tradition of UMBC alumni who, through their life's work, continue to advance our understanding of our own humanity, our democracy, the natural world that surrounds us, and most importantly, make a difference in the lives of others. Your diploma represents not just your academic achievement, but the friendships you formed, and the faculty that have nurtured you, and the family and friends that supported you and helped you to arrive here today. So I hope you will see your achievement as emerging from within the context of a community that knows you, and a community that cares about you. It is my greatest hope that your experience as a member of our community will have provided you with the opportunity to reflect upon the many values that we share. Values such as excellence, commitment, hard work, inclusiveness, and respect for the dignity of others. And perhaps the most important of these is integrity, which means putting your values into action. So as you look to the future, I believe that your fulfillment will derive from making the most of whatever talents have been bestowed upon each of you. And it lies in extending to the farthest limits the resources of your mind and of your heart. So in conclusion, I'd like to share with you my final salutation, and it's this. May you enjoy a life rich in the knowledge that each day your work and your relationships have truly made a difference. Congratulations.
Talking about my predecessor, the former president of UMBC, Dr. Michael, the late Dr. Michael Hooker. He would always tell this story about pizza. How many of you like pizza? Most people like pizza, right? This was the story. He said he liked pizza so much that he'd be eating one piece and he'd already be thinking about the next piece. And he never really fully enjoyed that first piece because his eyes were already over there thinking about the next. Well, this is your slice of pizza, right here. Because you see, right now you're thinking, will I be okay? Going to job, going to rest, whatever. You're gonna be fine. That's number one. But number two, I want you to savor this moment and remember it, your family and friends and the audience around you, and just enjoy this one pizza for this next hour or so. And always keep it as something that you can pull on when you need a moment of encouragement. I want to take a few minutes and recognize several groups of people in the audience. First of all, anyone who is graduating, who's either a staff member or a family member of a faculty staff at UMBC, please stand right now. Are there any staff members who are graduating today by chance? If there are, so it looks like they were all this morning. Okay, all right, thank you. Now, I want to recognize veterans and members of the military service. Please, any in the audience here today? a teacher or who is involved in public service, either from the graduating class or the audience. Anybody who's a teacher, former teacher, or public service. Any of the graduating students who plan to go to grad or professional school, please stand. Let's see who you are. Particularly those in the graduating class who either have a job or plan to get a job. Let me see you stand. Because they really want your room. I want you to know that. Please be seated. Please. Now, anyone who's graduating who is the first generation of college folks to go to school. One that surprises people, anyone in the audience or anyone in the graduating class who either was born in another country or who has a parent born in another country, stand right now. And that is the greatness of our country. We have people and of our university from all alumni. Please stand in the audience. And if you're graduating and you're getting any of the prestigious scholarships, please stand. Go Waters and Fulbrights and any other prestigious scholarships, please stand. Anybody doing, Very nice. And we have our second Marshall Scholar, Rhodes finalist, Joshua Smalley. Give him a round of applause, Joshua. And so visit our website and you can see many of those stories. I'm now delighted to introduce our valedictorian, who is graduating with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Biological Sciences and a major in psychology. She is involved both on and off campus in research, service, and teaching. And as one of her professors put it, she embodies the compassion and grit that are the ethos of the UMBC community. Her academic performance was so superior in her freshman year in biology that she has served as a teaching assistant for several years. Professors describe her as a voracious learner. Her research interests are focused on such things as molecular genetics. She's worked in Dr. Stephen Miller's laboratory designing DNA constructs used in gene editing experiments. She also has been deeply involved in the Commencement Chapter of Psychi, the International Honor Society in Psychology. After graduation, she will be conducting research in the lab of Dr. Michael Summers, HHMI investigator, and she plans to do research and still be involved with the community and in policy work. We are all so inspired by her drive, her intellect, her perseverance. Shireen Zanat, please give us the commencement address and inspire us. Brother who's helping her, a round of applause also.
First, thank you, Dr. Rubowski. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I would like to start by thanking the faculty, staff, peers, and our loved ones. Your unwavering support has both pushed and allowed all of us to be here today. You have, not only celebrating our achievements, but also recognizing the sacrifices you have made so we can succeed here at UMBC. Let's have a round of applause acknowledging that we are here and for the amazing support system that helped us get here. In the last few years, we faced a series of challenges, starting with the DACA-related government shutdown, wildfires in California, far too many mass shootings, and of course, a global pandemic. Amidst all these hardships, it is often difficult to hold on to hope. However, we are surrounded by remarkable individuals like Dr. Kizzmekia Corbett, a creator of the Moderna COVID vaccine and a UMBC alum, who made it possible for us to be together once again. Alongside internationally significant work like hers on the COVID vaccine, people have also made strides closer to home. Family and friends have found ways to connect during an isolating pandemic. Employees of large corporations have united to protect their rights. And more than 20 million people have marched for Black Lives Matter. These memorable stories inspire all of us to be better and play our part in working towards a brighter future, especially when faced with adversity. Our journey at UMBC was not one we took alone. Advisors came to our rescue during moments of panic. Professors connected us with their networks for employment opportunities, and all of the support staff ensured our safety and well-being on campus. This support has helped shape leaders, resulting in international recognition of UMBC's innovative research, creative teaching methods, and its cultural and ethnic diversity. So much so that the former First Lady of the United States is representing us on social media. UMBC's support was especially meaningful for me. As a first-generation immigrant and a person with a disability, opportunities have always felt scarce, and I expect our college to be no different. However, UMBC removed many of the initial barriers I faced and allowed me to reach my full potential. I once believed I would never be able to conduct research in a lab, but encouragement and support from professors at UMBC made it possible. Now, I am more confident in seeking new opportunities or making my own, and feel valued as a member of this community. I also had the privilege of meeting and being helped by so many amazing students. And I know they will go on to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of people in the future, just as they did for me. As each of us closes an important life chapter today, I am eager to learn how we write our next chapters. I don't know exactly what impact all of you will have, whether you'll prevent the next pandemic, engineer a more sustainable world, or build me a better wheelchair, preferably with robotic arms, please. But I am excited to see it happen. While we're all playing our part, big or small, in making the world a better place, I want us to remember to be patient and practice grace with ourselves and others. Even though we have been tested by some of the hardest and most uncertain times, we have not only survived, but learned that with adversity, we can grow stronger and more resilient. Let us also keep in mind that we are carving out our own paths at our own pace. The last 2 years made it clear that the world has its own plans, but I can say with absolute certainty that we, as UMBC students, can overcome all obstacles. And we won't have to do it alone. I know that we will support one another, just like we have throughout our journey here. As a Muslim woman, an Asian American, and a person with a disability, I am proud to also call myself a retriever. But most importantly, I am proud of each and every single person graduating here today. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2020.
You inspire all of us as you think about your challenges, and yet keeping a 4.0. And I don't mean 2.0 every semester, 4.0. Thank you very much. At this time, I ask Dr. Rubowski to join me in our next presentation.
2 honorary degree recipients this afternoon. Unfortunately, Lee First was unable to join us in person today, but will be sharing her remarks by video. So our first awardee is Dr. Cosmicia Corbett. Dr. Corbett is an assistant professor of immunology and infectious diseases at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Schutzer, assistant professor at Harvard's Radcliffe Institute of Advanced Study, an associate member of the Phillip T. and Susan M. Revan Institute. She received her Bachelor in Science in Biological Sciences with a second major in Sociology here at UMBC. She then obtained a PhD in Microbiology and Immunology from the University of North Carolina. Prior to Harvard, Dr. Corbett was a research fellow and scientific lead at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Vaccine Research Center. She uses her viral immunology expertise to propel novel vaccine development for pandemic preparedness, including a leading vaccine against COVID-19. The vaccine concept she developed, incorporating RMNA, was designed by Dr. Corbett's NIH team from a viral sequence and rapidly deployed to industry, an industry partner, Moderna Incorporated.
How many of you got the Moderna vaccine? Give her a big round of applause for that.
As we have seen today, many of us have benefited from that vaccine. Dr. Corbett has over 15 years studying numerous worldwide viruses, while also advocating for STEM education and vaccine awareness in underserved communities. And so we are proud today to honour Dr. Cosmicia Corbett with an honorary Doctor of Science degree for her commitment to discovering innovative solutions to some of our most pressing public health issues.
We are proud today to have her joining us in video. Please listen to Dr. Corbett.
Thank you, Dr. Rubowski, for inviting me to give this commencement address. And thank you to the UMBC graduating class of 2022. for allowing me to celebrate with you as you obtain your degree from arguably one of the best institutions in the world. Thank you for allowing me to share in this momentous and joyous occasion. This moment, this is just the beginning. You know, the craziest part about that phrase is that somehow when it's said, the undertone suggests that despite all you have accomplished thus far, there is still such a long road ahead. Trust me, I know the feeling. I sat in those exact seats you are sitting in just 14 years ago. 15 pounds lighter and with a little less gray hair, hearing a renowned commencement speaker remind me that that day was just the beginning. Reminding me that I could do anything. Reminding me that the world was literally at my fingertips. All of which, of course, is true. You can do anything. The world is most certainly at your fingertips. The world is yours to take. The world is yours to make a better place. But as you look ahead to whatever lies on your path, whether it be graduate school, a cushy job, entrepreneurship, military service, or otherwise just conquering the world, I beg of you to reflect on just how far you have already come. I beg of you to sit in that seat for at least the next 3 minutes or so and bask in the joys of have gotten this far. Enjoying even the smallest wins along the way is a lesson that oftentimes is underappreciated, especially by those who are overachievers, like yourself and, admittedly, me. It is a lesson that a global pandemic had to teach me, if I'm being honest with myself. As I have learned to stop and smell the roses as I walk along my life's journey, the rainy days don't seem as bleak. The unexpected twists and turns don't throw me off my rhythm as frequently. And whenever I come to a dead end, it is easier to go back and re-enter the maze just to remember exactly where those roses were. So as I thought about it in this short time that we have together, I thought I'd pass that lesson on. A lesson in stopping on your path to appreciate where you are. A lesson in stopping on your path to appreciate from where you've come. Now, of course, everyone's story is different. I was a first-generation four-year college student, so my degree was my community's to behold. Imagine not stopping to smell that rose. Today, as I practice this speech, in the mail comes a thank you note from my college friend's 1-year-old daughter. A friend that I will have for a lifetime because our journeys crossed at UMBC. Imagine not stopping to smell that rose. Do you remember the first time you aced an exam after studying really hard for it? Or the time that you took a leap of faith and joined an extracurricular club? You were constantly studying, writing papers, completing projects, and participating in scholastic extracurricular activities. And you did all of that while mastering the collegiate social scene. I know that there is a lot to look forward to, but I hope that right now, you are stopping to smell those roses. Today, you are graduating from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, with the world of possibilities ahead. Or moreover than that, a world of experiences that got you here. This degree comes with it a foundation, a family of friends, focus, and as Dr. Rubowski would say, grit that will take you as far as your dreams will dare. And I hope you dare to dream so big that no one else can imagine the possibilities. I hope that you take this degree and make the world a better place. I hope for you scientists out there that you cure cancer. I hope for you humanitarians that you stop world hunger. And I hope that you live, and I hope that you love. And I hope that you walk a path to your destiny with clarity and dignity. And I hope that you remember all of the roses you picked up and smelt along the way. Congratulations.
Today she has been invited to be with Nobel laureates in Sweden. Present our next representative, Honorary, who comes from Frederick, Maryland, I must say.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to award our next honorary degree, Biological Sciences. And then studied the role of T cells in biomaterial-mediated muscle regeneration at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. After receiving her PhD, she completed a postdoctoral fellowship at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, focusing on the molecular mechanisms of medical device fibrosis. Dr. Stadler is the recipient of many awards, including a TED Fellowship, and was listed on the 2019 Forbes 30 Under 30 list in science.
Give a big hand for that.
She received an NIH Director's Award for mentorship and for her work on COVID-19. This year, she was named a World Economic Forum Young Global Leader.
Another big round of applause.
And so we are proud today to honor Dr. Caitlin Sadler with an Honorary Doctor of Science degree for her commitment to discovering innovative solutions to some of our most pressing public health issues.
Caitlin, we are so proud of you. Now, therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Maryland and given to me by the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland and upon the unanimous vote of the Board of Regents, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa, together with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Now please join me in welcoming Dr. Caitlin Sadler, who will present the second commencement address.
I'm a millennial, so this is coming from my phone. So first off, thank you so much, Dr. Rubowski. Thank you so much to the UMBC community for inviting me to be here today. And I also want to thank Dr. Corbett. I believe she is a big reason why I'm standing on this stage today. She sent a short email to Dr. Rubowski just saying, like, hey, there's another UMBC alum doing COVID-19 research at the NIH. And that was a huge catalyst. So just those emails behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Dr. Corbett. So 11 years ago, I was sitting exactly in the same seats that you are sitting, albeit downtown in Baltimore. We didn't have this beautiful center back then. To say that it feels a bit odd to be up here is an understatement. I don't feel like I really deserve this, and I think there's probably quite a few people sitting in the audience right now going, I can't believe I made it here. When looking at colleges, I focus mostly in Maryland, because let's be honest, in-state tuition is fantastic. My sister was a sophomore here, and I was looking at College Park and UMBC. College Park felt a little bit too big. And for those that didn't know in the audience, I just want to reiterate, we are different schools. We are retrievers, not turtles. We have dogs on campus, it's lovely. So I remember hearing at my graduation with the commencement speaker saying that because we had a UMBC degree, it made a difference. And I didn't believe it. We sat there thinking, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, these names that I'd heard of forever. How could we match that? And the answer is, as you've heard many times, the community. The number of UMBC alumni that I've run into being a scientist is astronomical. And ultimately, having this degree from this university does mean something. That community that is there, that is what helps you along. And it's a community that's brought together by our differences and our experiences throughout life and our collective history that has made us who we are. My family immigrated to the States in the 1900s. Shipbuilders, coopers, cobblers. I don't come from a vast academic legacy. I'm the first scientist in my family and the first person to get a PhD. My parents are an ex-Marine and a hippie, which roughly means I follow protocol and the rules, but I will also let you know if the status quo has some issues. I can take a few punches, rub some dirt in it, and carry on. My mom was told when she was younger that as she was a woman, she could be a nurse or a teacher. And when she tried to take engineering classes, they told her she wasn't the student that would excel in those courses. My dad, fresh out of the Marine Corps, went to work at IBM. I remember him in the 90s with a pager and a laptop and the work ethic that he taught me. When I was a kid, I was actually put into the not-so-smart class, and my mother said nope, and made sure that I wasn't going to be behind right out of the gate. I had an advocate from when I was in first grade. At UMBC, I didn't graduate with a 4.0. The moment I knew I wasn't going to get that 4.0, I walked out of an organic chemistry lab final exam. And my friend goes, "The problem of the back of the last page was the worst." And my response was something along the lines of, "There was a back." I'd like to say that was a joke and it didn't happen, but I can tell you that it felt like a bit of my soul just drained out of my body. And I really didn't know what I was going to say or talk about during this ceremony until this morning, so here's the deal. You will mess up. Learn to apologize and state how you will improve and make it better in the future, and act to do so. Also, forgive yourself. Just because you did something wrong in the past does not mean you have to repeat it again. You'll meet people that bring out the best and the worst in you. Learn from both, because if you don't get lost, you will never find your way. Things will be hard. As a woman in science, I've been told to my face that I should leave science for men. I have been told the only reason a senior male scientist was talking to me was because I was a female and he was interested in other things. I've been told, don't worry, you'll get a tenure track job. They need women. Not because I had a good research background and work ethic, but because I was ticking a box. Find your support group. Find your people that are there to vouch for you and there to speak to. Heck, even people that will read through a difficult email before you send it. There is strength in numbers. The ivory tower is changing, and yes, it is taking a bit of extra elbow grease. But you all are part of the next generation of scientists, innovators, engineers, medical doctors, artists, activists, journalists, and everything in between. You all, with these experiences and knowing the experiences of others, accept each other's differences as a strength and a driver of new ideas and new exciting paths. Rock the boat a bit, and remember that you will probably make some people irritated, but that's okay. To the people I've irritated, hello. I would like to end with a quote from Jane Goodall. I believe it speaks to many of those listening today in the audience. It actually doesn't take much to be considered a difficult woman. That's why there's so many of us. So, be difficult.
Our valedictorian, when I think about these two great scientists, I think about the future of our society, the rights of women. Give women in our society a round of applause.
Will the candidates for the degree Please stand. Dr. Rubowski.
Dr. Rouse.
Dr. Rubowski, I have the honor of presenting the candidates recommended by the faculty of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the state of Maryland given to the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and by them entrusted to me, I hereby admit you to the degrees which you have earned during the course of your studies at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, in token whereof you shall be given a diploma with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. You may be seated.
Now, before we begin reading the names of our graduates, we want to first share a short video recognizing our graduates who couldn't be with us here.
Next, my young Mason. Archie Trevino. Michael Jonas. Matthew Lee Wiley. Let's go, Jessica Lauren Adams. Jonathan Lewis Nussbaum. David Robert George Baker. Magna cum laude. Micah Aaron Thorpe. Cum laude. Zachary Bush. Christopher Allen Morgan. Henry Luther. Cum laude. Erwin Kennedy. Sweet Sally Kumar Shah. Emily W. Shaw. Noah Alexander Hughes. Cum laude. George Varakis. Cum laude. Jolene Hannah Thomas. Joseph Julian. Terrell Hayden.
What?
Homer Singh Howard. Ethan Zachariah Freeman. Cum laude. Joseph Mary Fleming. Diane Michelle Stonestreet. Magna cum laude. Pedro Lima Machado Leonardo. Magna cum laude. Luke Russell Starks. Summa cum laude. Troy Joseph Baker. Cum laude. Cole Sabat. Ryan Patrick Moxley. Summa cum laude.
Phillip Daniel Crump.
Sion Solomon Tesfaye. Cum laude. Hugh Con Tran. Maxwell Vincent Bettinger. Ellie Ancree. Cum laude. Christopher Green Webb. Cum laude. Bachelor's candidates in the College of Natural and Mathematical Sciences. We now present the graduates in Biological Sciences.
Your brother going back
Shaheen
around.
Zanat. Summa cum laude. Asta Patel. Andrea A. Aguila. Elizabeth Ann Elau Aguas. Casey Dorelli Pineda Alonso. Dean David Green. Magna cum laude. Emily Fong Huai. Simon Hitesh Shah. Emma Alexandra Byers. Raymond Garhal Shu. David Chen. Kai Quentin Paletti. Magna cum laude. Mariama Junke Juwara. Summa cum laude. Nandi
Remember your families, the love. The days will come when you'll want to think back on today to give you that inspiration. I want to introduce someone who graduated this morning. He is the president of the student government. He doesn't know what Josh Gray. Josh Gray, would you stand? Media Communications and he is enlisting in the Army. Give him a big round of applause. So let me first share with you the words of UMBC's first president, Alvin Kuhn, who spoke to the first graduating class in 1970. We have people on the staff and faculty here whose parents were in that class. He said this: if you bring to the future the same personal qualities and commitment you brought to this campus as students, good and important things will happen to each of you and to those around you, and we will be so proud to have played a part in your lives. And now let me leave you with these last words. Be confident, knowing that we are so proud of you, knowing that you must never let anyone else define who you are. That you define who you are. You define who you are. Know that if you persevere, and I know you will reach your goals, but you'll be challenged, but you've been challenged before. Just remember what you did to get to this point. And remember that your dreams, and most important, your character, will determine who you will become. And that character will be reflected in your ability to tell the truth, to have courage, to do the right thing, and compassion for others. Finally, keep working to elevate people, to inspire others, and know that you will always be connected to UMBC. This is your home, so I challenge you to be happy, to be safe, and to keep hope alive. You may now turn your tassels. And if you see someone else moving, just politely ask them to wait. This is for us. This is for UMBC. I am so proud to be a member of the class of 2022. God bless you all.
Oh
On behalf of the UMBC community, I wish you congratulations, everyone.
Confetti. Oh no, it's everywhere.
My graphics done, I'm lagging.
Oh,
My
no.
graphics, lagging. Yeah, my graphics. Yeah, my graphics.
I got one. Yeah. Right there. Grab it. You got it?
Oh, thank you! Where are we gonna go take pics? With my friends. Where? Them.
Everybody. Huh? No, I'll do it. He doesn't know. That means graduation. Huh?
I may ask a lot of questions.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations for your graduation. Happy graduation to you. It's uncomfortable.
was like, wait, this is happy birthday? What are we doing?
Snacks.
Yep, your snacks. Mostly snacks.
Really? Because I don't eat the lady.
She lips the dark chocolate.
I'll take that then.
Ooh, me too.
Are you sharing those? No. Yeah, I just saw your communication.
Bunch of snacks.
What is this for? Yeah, me.
The man.
I didn't know you got a little darker suntan.
I went on vacation.
Keep going. There's a big one. There's a big one.
Check inside.
No, I won't open it.
Open it.
No, I won't open
Emmy,
it.
open it.
I will open it.
Open it.
Open.
Open.
No, open. Mom and Dad give you one.
Some is from the kids too.
Yeah, my money too, and open it. Open it, and whoa!
Count it.
No.
Count it.
No, she doesn't need to count it. That's all your gas monies for driving.
My gas money.
What do you mean?
That's good for 1 gallon.
Yeah.
How many, Emmy?
1 trip.
600.
Oh my goodness, Papa! Yeah, 4 years.
Thank you.
You got someone taking your candy.
Oh my gosh, took your chocolate.
Chloe.
I made a deal. I take away the white chocolates for you.
No wonder she's helping you.
I didn't